Well, it's our first Sunday Mass without any government province-wide restrictions. We're just trying to keep people safe in the best way that we know how. And when we're back at Mass, we have more than 150 people. And my heart is filled with joy. So before I talked about what I was looking forward to get back to Mass, now that I'm back at Mass, and we're lucky enough to not have any government-wide restrictions. My heart is filled with so many emotions. Today coming in, some people chose to wear masks and some people chose not to, and so we could see some people's faces. I saw a lot of people who had been a part of this parish for years and years, laying eyes on one another and seeing each other's faces and really rejoicing in that. And it was absolutely beautiful to see this community see and recognize each other. I saw a lot of new parishioners and then some parishioners who have grown. All the kids have grown by almost 2 years since the last time I saw them. And then we have new parishioners, new people who have come and gathered. It's different. Some people have moved away. Some people's life circumstances have changed. Some people haven't come back to Mass yet. We're gathering again, and it's brand new. I think today there's a lot of questions about, well, why come back to Mass? And I think just for myself, I think, if I thought church, why did I go to church in the first place? If I thought coming to church in the first place was because I knew everybody who was going to be there and I knew everything that was going to happen, that's not quite it right now. If I came to church because I thought I was better than everybody else, and the church was a place where I could be better than everybody else, that's not a reason for me to come back to church now. If I thought that nobody in the church ever made any mistakes, if I thought that bishops and priests never sinned, and that's why I came, that's not a good reason for me to come back. But when I came back today and I saw these people gathering, and I gathered with them, I realized that we didn't come because we're better than anybody else. We came because this is where we come to worship God. This is where we come to enjoy God's presence in our lives. And that's something that we can't stop doing and still be who we are. That's just who we are, is a people who worship God. We came to hear that God is always faithful to his people. He always has been faithful to his people. In the midst of disease, in the midst of violence, in the midst of selfishness and sin, God has never given up on us, and he hasn't given up on us now. And finally, we receive God's very presence, Jesus Christ in the Eucharist. When we go forth, as we are now, going forth into a hurting world, we need to bring God's love. We need to have God's love to live in this hurting world in a healthy way. And when we come and we receive Jesus in the Eucharist, we receive something that can go out and actually be a force of healing in the world. So those are reasons why I come to church today. And these are reasons why we all gather together. And my heart is filled. I know that there's still a lot of healing to do. I know that there's still some poor people who have not yet come out of COVID. I know that around the world we have a lot of work to do to help everybody receive the immunizations that will help keep them safe. But I can't start doing that good work until I have the presence of God within me. And so that's why I'm so glad to gather with others who are receiving God's presence. And as we rejoice in each other and we rejoice in God with us, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, even though our world still needs God really badly. Thanks for listening to why I'm going to church and why my heart is full now that I've experienced God's Word and God's sacrament and God's people. And I hope to see you soon here at the Parish of the Cathedral of the Holy Family. Thank you and God bless.